Most of you that have seen me compete know that one of my favorite shots that I like to take is a double leg. A lot of the variety of the finishes is what makes me a good technician, is that anyone can shoot. Your ability to be able to finish your holds is what makes you either good or great. One shot that I showed earlier in tape 1 is a fundamental shot, is your basic double leg shot, where you're getting in on your opponent, you're attacking his lead leg and capturing it. Now what makes it really, really difficult is from this position is to be able to finish. One easy technique for me, not for everyone, is to be able to finish in a position where I'm controlling his hips. I like to be able, if I cannot just take him off of his feet right away, I like to be able to control him here, pop him up in the air. When I pop him up in the air, I feed a hand through the center. When I feed a hand through the center, I reach across and I trap his leg. When I trap his leg, I pop him off of me, and when I pop him off of me, I'm in good position, right to here. Now there's two variations to that that'll put you in good position to be able to come into a mount from a side mount position. One of the techniques that I use for a finishing hold is to pop him up. One thing that you have to be able to do when you're in these positions is you have to be able to stay balanced, and you have to be able to lower and raise your level. And there's a little drill that you can do. I sit here like this, on my hip, and I imagine that I have a guy on top of me, that I'm picking him up and I'm setting him down. I'm picking him up and I'm setting him down. So if Tom was on top of me here, I'm picking him up, I'm setting him down. I'm picking him up, I'm setting him down. All the while I'm staying balanced. All the while, he's 250 pounds, and I'm picking him up and I'm setting him down, all with one leg. This is it. And this is what makes this work. Is for one split second, when I set my shot up, capturing his front leg, pulling myself in, now I'm in position here. He's going to weight himself on me. I pick him up in the air. I reach in between his legs, grab his leg, pulling it down, and popping him off. And when I pop him off, I had this hand, I change over to here, and from here, I can continue on to a full mount position. What I do is I do a knee slide up. I'm still controlling his hips. He can't move, because the struggle for him now is to regain his balance. He can continue to struggle. One thing that I do is I control him here. Easiest way for me to control him fully is to put my knee to the center of his belly. I do a knee slide here. And if you look at one of the things that makes it work is that back here on his butt, on this side with my foot, I'm hooking. I hook right here. When I hook here, I'm controlling him here. I can control him. He can't move anywhere, especially if I'm here. He can try slide all he wants. He can do whatever he wants. I'm in a position right now to administer strikes. It takes the wind out of him. I'm in a position to administer strikes however I want to do it. Elbow strikes, hand strikes. I can administer strike with my knee. But all the while, as I'm keeping a lot of pressure on his solar plex, I'm hooked here, I'm hooked over here. Now to finish into a full mount position, I do a shin slide. What I want to do is trap his hips down to the ground by taking my knee from his solar plex, sliding my shin across his hip bones, and I just let it roll straight down, keeping balance. Like I said, from the shot, it's so important. I can't emphasize this enough, is that what's going to make you great is your ability to finish. Anyone can shoot. I've gotten past his punches, his knees, his kicks. I'm in a position to finish. I get him nice and tight to me here. I pick him up in the air. When I pick him up in the air here, I turn here, grab his leg. And when I grab his leg, I pull it underneath. You'll see I pull it underneath. And I don't care how hard he holds on to me. When I pull it underneath him and I push him, he's going to fall off me. He's going to fall off. I keep control of this. I feed my other hand over here, and it traps that leg down to the ground. He's going to be squirming and squirming and squirming. I'm going to stay in control. What I want to do, if you notice a couple things I do, is I control his head and I control his legs. And by controlling his legs in this position, I control his hips, like I said at the beginning. And the final part of it that gives me the total control is I slide up here, tight, very tight. And I put my knee in his solar plex, and I keep my weight on him. And it's like putting a tack into a board. This is it right here. I'm nailing him right there. With this weight and pressure on him, and with me controlling him here, he turns into me here. I step over and lock. I step over and lock. He's not going anywhere. I can administer enough punishment from this position to where any arena that you're in, whether it's in the cage or in the ring, where he's gonna get stopped. I can administer that much punishment from this place. He has no leverage on anything that he's going to be able to do to me. I can trap him down. You have easy foot locks from here. I can turn over here. You can see how tight this gets. Okay? It's just as well, it's just like a key lock. It's just like if I had here and I had a key lock. It's the same thing on his ankle. Here, underneath, over the top. How tight?
That's very tight.
He can tap anytime. Okay? When you get a guy on the ground, I can't even emphasize enough how important it is for you to be able to control his hips, and to control his hips means to control him. When you have him down on the ground, if you're able to do that, it makes your game so much easier. You cut your work in half. It's not an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to say. It's not an easy thing to do. A lot of times when you see NHB fights, you see a struggle for position. And that position is to gain control of the man on the ground. And I am telling you, the easiest way to do it is to gain control of his hips.